My God. You think this operation is a cure for that kind of violence?
The operation has not been performed yet on a human being. It's extremely sensitive where the press is concerned. For reasons best known to themselves, they become overzealous where psychosurgery is concerned, especially if the patient is a prisoner.
They take Benson yet?
This morning.
He's already tried to kill 2 people. If at any time he says that he feels funny or smells something bad, should be respected as indicating the start of a seizure. Under such circumstances, notify the NPS and hospital security at once. One should also remember he is a highly intelligent and sensitive man. He suffers an organic disease which has affected his mental state. Beneath it all, he is frightened and concerned about what is happening to him.
His name is Harry Benson. He's 34 years old. He's the first human being of his kind.
They're really gonna put wires in his brain?
Now let's try the next one.
Harry Benson is the first human being of his kind. The first terminal man. Harry Benson is a brilliant computer scientist. For 3 minutes a day, he is violently homicidal. There's one way to cure him, and no way to stop him.
Tell him Benson is missing and then get hospital security.
Is it clear?
Yes, Doctor. Gerhard has done a computer projection on Benson's stimulations. At 3:02 this morning, he will be receiving continuous stimulations. He'll tip over then.
Every cop car in this town could have had a picture of this nut. And I could have had the monkey back in his cage. He could be anywhere by now.
I hope I haven't come at an inconvenient time.
Please, you better go away now.
Is the first of his kind, and he may be the last.
Hey everyone, this is Michael again, and welcome to another movie review. And this review is going to be on The Terminal Man, which was released in 1974. And the film stars George Segal, Joan Hackett, Richard A. Dysart, Jill Clayburgh, Donald Moffat, Matt Clark, and Michael C. Gwen. And the film is based off of the novel of the same name, which was by Michael Crichton. Of course, Michael Crichton, very good writer, who, of course, wrote Jurassic Park and, The Lost World Jurassic Park. And he also wrote and directed Westworld. And he also directed Coma, which I really enjoy. I think Coma is a very underrated film, the original film. But The Terminal Man, I gotta say, it was a decent film. It's a very slow-paced film. It's not going to be a film for everyone, though, but I thought it was decent. It centers on the danger of mind control and, the powers of computers. And pretty much basically what the film is about is Harry Benson, who is played by George Segal, and he is a computer scientist who suffers from epilepsy. And we see that he often has seizures and induced blackouts. And he awakens from these seizures and blackouts to these unfamiliar surroundings, and it indicates, violent behavior on his part from these seizures and these blackouts. He also suffers from these delusions that these computers will rise up against humans. And pretty much basically these surgeons do this procedure which is known as stage 3 on Harry Benson, which the surgeons implant these electrodes in Harry Benson's brain, which will detect the onset of his seizures. And then, they will use a electrical impulse to stop him having like these seizures. So once the operation is complete, George Segal's character Harry Benson will suffer further psychosis as a result of his person merging with that of a computer. And it's something that he has to come to distrust and disdain these seizures. And basically the film takes place on 3 consecutive days. So the second day, his brain becomes addicted to the electrical impulses that they put in him, and the seizures are triggering at increasingly shorter intervals. And all this is being seen by his psychiatrist, Janet Ross, who was played by Joan Hackett. So basically, that's what the plot to the film is about. But like I said, the film, moves at a slow pace, and we see the whole, procedure, from start to finish that they do on George Segal's character Harry Benson, and we see, later on he ends up escaping from the hospital, to which he becomes unpredictably violent, and he's trying to evade the police. He's walking around with a blonde wig, and under the wig is the bandages from the procedure that the surgeons did on him. And pretty much, I thought that George Segal did a pretty decent job in the role of Harry Benson. Really liked Joan Hackett as Janet Ross. Thought she did a decent job. And Richard Dysart, he was from John Carpenter's Thing. My favorite John Carpenter film. It was good seeing him in this film. And one thing that I really liked in the scene where they're doing the procedure on George Segal's character is, the doctors end up watching, the surgery being done on him. And one of the doctors is going through, what this is and, how, it could, affect George Segal's character. But this is not going to be a film for everyone, because of its slow pacing. But I was intrigued in the film. I was intrigued on where George Segal's character Harry Benson was going to go as the film progressed. But the film was written, produced, and directed by Mike Hodges, who directed Flash Gordon, which is a fun film. I really enjoy Flash Gordon. He also directed Get Carter, the original Get Carter. And, some trivia about the film. Michael Crichton was originally hired to adapt the novel, but Warner Brothers felt that he had departed from the source material too much, and they brought in, Mike Hodges to write the screenplay. And Michael Crichton later on stated that, he didn't think Warner Brothers gave the film a chance. And Mike Hodges, wanted to shoot the film in black and white, but Warner Brothers would not let him do that. But, the film being in color, of course, I thought it was all right. I mean, I don't think this is a film that, you would want to shoot in black and white. But the film was not released in the UK, and according to Mike Hodges, the film was dumped here in the US and it received very limited screenings. He ended up going on to say that they had one terrible preview and they projected it without sound for the first 10 minutes, which was excruciating. And he kept saying that American audiences found the film too uncompromising and too tough to take, and that the reviews were dire. And one of the reviews ended up describing it as very dull and slow. which I didn't find the film dull, in my opinion. But The Terminal Man, it's a decent film. Didn't love it. Like I said, it's not going to be for everyone, because of its slow pace. But check it out if you want to give it a watch. I'm not saying that it's a highly recommended film for you all to check out, but it's a watch on your own time. If you're very, interested and curious about the film, check it out. But anyway, that's it for my review of The Terminal Man. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this review. Definitely give the video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and be sure to check me out tonight as we do episode 2 of the Movie Fanatics with me and my buddy Luke Ponto on his channel. So stay tuned for that later on tonight at 8 o'clock. And also be on the lookout, of course, for my review of AEW Dynamite tomorrow night. Hopefully, I do it because, what AEW is creative and these Dynamite shows are just very meh. It's becoming a chore to, watch and also review these AEW Dynamite shows. So we'll see. Depending on how the show is tomorrow night, we'll see. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all later.